Hello and welcome to another episode of the ESC Nation 2016 previews. I'm still Paul, and with me we have still Dimi and still Tom, and we're gonna still watch 4 songs today. And the first one is Serbia, and the song is called Goodbye, between brackets Shelter, and the artist is called Sanja Vucic.
Every time you say goodbye, you try to hold me by your side. Couldn't find my way out of your hands, find the shelter from the pain. Every time you say your lies, I hide away and close my eyes.
Alright, that was Serbia with their song Goodbye, and the artist Sanja Vucic. Sorry for that pronunciation. Dimi, what did you think of it?
I kind of liked it.
You kind of liked it.
It's a weird combination between song and singer for me,
Yes.
because the song is quite Adele and then she's quite Amy Winehouse, and even though they're from the same country,
Yes.
they're not really in the same league as far as I'm concerned. So it's a bit of a weird combo, but it kind of works.
I would tend to agree with that one. The only thing that I would say from my side, she had me in the beginning of the song, she lost me at some point, and she tried to get me back, and then by the end of it, I was done.
Yeah.
It's like...
She doesn't know how to keep her attention.
It's like, I was enjoying it really for the first like 30 seconds, and then it's like, after about that, it's like, meh, we're not really going anywhere with this. And then she changes the tone, gets me back, and then by the end of it, I'm like, okay, I might vote for you, I probably won't.
Yeah, she should build up the crazy just a bit more instead of letting out the crazy from the first few seconds and then don't know where to run with it.
On some level, it kind of sounds almost contrived, the way she's acting it out, how she's like the diva. So, should she tone that down, Tom?
I don't know. I mean, obviously she's rehearsed Serbia had an internal selection this year, so I don't know how long ago that it was known that she was going to be, or that this was going to be her song. But I believe time was on her side, so it's probably this is a refined product.
Yes.
How will it transfer to the Eurovision stage? Obviously, they're going to make a few differences. It's not going to be your little studio in RTS, but I don't think once you get to this point, and they only it was only like released, let's say,
2 weeks
end
ago?
of March. So how much more change is there going to be before the Eurovision itself? Personally, I don't think we're going to be seeing too many changes after that.
No.
However, yes, there definitely will be some. If it's going to be any huge alteration to what we've seen, I doubt so.
Could this be a dark horse?
Depends on how she will be able to fill Gluben, but she seems like a genuine performer, so I think she will lift the song to another level when it comes to the live performance, which might make it an outsider. At the moment, I don't see her as being very dangerous for the title, but she might sneak into the top 10.
All right, then I just want to see the points for this song. So who's gonna go first?
I can go first?
Yeah.
So for me, she deserves a 6.
A 6.
I'm raising to a 7.
And raise one more to an 8. There you go. I really like the song. I think it's interesting. One of the highlights again in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. So on to our second song in this in this episode actually, and it's Czech Republic, and we have Gabriela Gunčíková, and the song is called "I Stand." So the Czech Republic with their song "I Stand," Gabriela Gunčíková was singing it. That was not too bad at all, was it?
Was it?
Everyone's looking at me. I mean, I'm not the one that people need to be looking at, because I'm the one that's going to be there like dancing away, thinking she's the best thing that's ever happened on earth. So
I liked really the video clip. Was really an interesting piece.
The video clip was really good, but I mean, I'm not too sure all that stuff on her face. It's like glitter and flowers, and it's like, what's wrong with you? Why do you like so much things on your face, really?
If
She
people
just likes a
like
facial.
That thing, if people like the thing, just
It's like, roll with it, girl. It's like, you're fine, but it's like...
So musically, Demi, is this up your alley?
Not really.
Not really.
As far as ballads go, it's quite okay, but it's the kind of ballad that doesn't really do anything for me.
No.
It just passes me by. I'm not saying that it's the worst thing I've ever heard, but just doesn't do anything for me.
So, but is this their best effort yet, or?
Well, they haven't been brilliant so far,
No.
so they
They're
don't
still
have to do a
learning.
lot
No.
to be up there. This is one of their better efforts, but to me they still are not in the same league as a lot of other countries
This
that are
year.
participating.
Tom, do you think this is a qualifier?
I have been put on record already that I would love it to be. I think on merit it deserves it. However, the Czech Republic have never been lucky.
And it's in semi-final one, apparently. So.
Yes, it is in semi-final one,
Okay,
so
so
it's
then it's
in
a
the
goner.
tough one.
All right.
And yeah, the Czechs, unfortunately, they've just really not had the best of luck. I agree with Dimi. Some of the stuff that they've sent to Eurovision in the small group of songs that they have didn't really deserve all the time. But yeah, I believe that on merit this should, but
All right.
It's, yeah.
So it's time for the pedal points. Let's take it out. So I'm gonna give a 6.
Only a 4 for me.
Well, we've got the same paddle again, but I'm doing the other side, so
7.
7 from me.
All right, stop with the pedal kissing. That's not what this is about. All right, so the third song in this episode is Norway. Well, it's called Icebreaker, and the artist is Agnete.
I'll be your icebreaker when you're stuck in frozen water. Icebreaker.
So that was a Norwegian song Icebreaker. Agnete was singing it for, well, Norway, of course. Well, yeah, logically speaking. Tom, what do you think of it?
It's one of those songs where, well, it's a song that's more than a song. It's like,
Well, you can say that again.
yeah, she confuses me, and I don't like to be confused. It's like I thought it's like, oh yeah, she's going to do her little ditty thing, and then it's like, and then she completely changes the song,
Yes.
and it's like I get scared and confused about that, and I don't appreciate it.
Were you confused and afraid as well, Dimi?
Afraid, no.
Annoyed?
Confused, yes. Annoyed, very much. It starts off like a cheap Euphoria ripoff, bit Germany 2013 style, and then we go into Margaret Berger territory. It really confuses me. Plus, I'm not too convinced about her vocal capabilities, I have to admit. And the entire sum of those elements just makes me want to push fast forward, I am afraid.
But it is, I think it's still a compelling package, don't you think, with the dancer and with the whole light thing, Tom?
I'm sorry, but that dancer is listening to something else. It's like,
In their cubicle.
yeah, it's like she's saying, it's like, what's she dancing to? It's like, well, she ain't dancing
Probably
to
a river
Agnete.
dance or something like that.
It's like,
Imagine that.
no, and in
Or Georgia.
Or Georgia.
one of the previous episodes as well, we were talking about the lyrics, and I'm sorry, it's like, I'll be your icebreaker when you're stuck in frozen water. It's like, first of all, no, I'm not going to be stuck in frozen water, and it's like, you can leave me alone. So, no.
All right. Yeah, so whatever she might or might not do, it's daring though, isn't it? Music. Because we might as well have been sitting here and saying, if it hasn't had the tempo changes, if it hasn't been like 3 or 14 songs in one, that was kind of boring, the same thing every year from the Scandinavian countries. But this time they're trying to shake it up a bit.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. I think it's trying too hard on all levels and
Yeah.
really not succeeding at all.
All right. Do you have anything to add?
No, the only thing that I would say into its favor is that although it is one of the songs that I don't personally have that much of a affinity to, it is really I watched the whole national final of Norway, and I can't remember any other of the songs. So it could be that it is the best that they had, and I don't actually think it's going to be too bad.
All right.
It's gonna be middle of the field
Yeah.
somewhere because there's a lot worse. But she's not gonna do great things.
All right, guys. I think it's time for the pedal points. So Tom should go first.
Okay, as I said, it's a good song, but I don't appreciate the confusion, so 5.
I'm gonna go for a freezing 3.
Oh God, what am I doing with my 7 then? I'm gonna drag up the average.
Yeah, you're
averaging up. All right, so that was Norwegian song. The last song for this episode is it's another song about stars. We already had one for Israel, and it's called Falling Stars, and the artist is called Lydia Isaac.
The sky is tumbling, it's coming down. The wildest fire is burning out, and whatever falls turn us to pieces.
So Lydia Isaac singing the Moldovan song, which is called Falling Stars. That was not too bad at all, I thought, Dimi.
It is a bit of a falling star.
Falling from Dimi's grace.
No, I kind of like the cheapness of it all, because it sounds like, you know, a cheap 90s dance track, which of course I totally dig. The live version, on the other hand, was a bit of a letdown because her vocals were totally off.
Yes.
Perhaps, as we discussed earlier, that was due to the poor quality of the broadcast. So that might be due to that. But I'm still kind of not too confident in the eventual result.
Yes.
But it's deliciously wrong. So
Deliciously wrong.
So I can't really fault it that much.
Well, they were in the semi-final, I think, 2 without Romania, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and so do you think they're in a chance for qualifying? Or?
Well, Moldova would have normally been one that I'd say yes, but then they didn't last year, and last year they had what I would consider
A stronger
entry.
Yeah.
So will it qualify? I mean, it's Eurovision, you can never tell, but it all depends on what happens on that night. But
Yes.
yeah,
Unless you're Russia, Greece, Romania.
well, we'll need to see about Greece this year, like we commented. But I don't think it screams qualifier, but some people might like it. Some people that need to be like checked for medical issues.
Of course, of course. No, well, all jokes aside, how would they qualify? What kind of staging would they need? Pyros, wind machines?
What's with you and the pyro?
I have no
Well,
idea. Falling pyros.
I mean, yeah, they'll need something. I mean, they can't just have her on stage just singing the little ditty thing. I mean, obviously they'll like have pyro falling from the ceiling and.
Oh yeah, maybe the falling
like that.
fireworks. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, don't do it together with confetti because that's just like a fire hazard.
The recipe is.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be entertaining.
yeah, I mean, it's
though.
entertaining for us, but it's not so nice for her. I mean, but then again, we need to be entertained. So if you want the points, do the fireball confetti thing. And
Well, meanwhile, only thing that's entertaining for us then is giving the points for
Yes.
the Moldovan song. So I'm gonna give a 6 for the Moldovan song.
I'm gonna keep it at a 5.
Yeah.
and I'm going for a beautiful 3.
3. Beautiful 3.
A beautiful 3.
Some people
A falling
might.
star 3.
Some people might disagree about the beautifulness of the 3, but there you go. All right.
They should be lucky.
Thank you
It's a
guys
lucky
for
3.
the lucky 3. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us again for more songs. And yeah, well, we'll see you in the next episode, I guess. And thank you for watching us again. If you want to join us in discussing it, just go to ESCNation.com to the message board or watch our videos on YouTube. And well, thank you once again. And guys, see you next time. Bye.